Today we're going to talk about roller placement. There are 3 ways that you can put a roller in the mannequin. One, if you look directly at this roller, it's landing directly on the base. This roller is half on the base and half off, which is called a half off base. And then this one is a off base, where you can see the roller is not laying on the base at all. Now I'm going to show you, I did red rollers over here for this assignment. I would like you guys to use different colors, because different color rollers are going to designate that you have to use a different size section. So for this section I'm going to use tan. So I'm going to measure. I'm going to take the section. You're probably going to have to come over on this side. Now, when I take this section, if I want it to land on base and this panel is facing me, I have to make sure I over direct this hair up past the base. And then that way, when I roll the hair down, it should land directly on the base. So I want to see that this section, this very first roller, should be on base. Now, in order for me to take the next roller, the next section, I want it to be half off base. In order for me to do this panel and do half off base, I have to take the hair and take it directly out from its base. So instead of over directing and lifting it up, I'm pulling it out towards me. And then when I roll this down, the roller will be placed. That's on base. This is half off base. Now the next section, I'm going to go and measure. And I don't quite need all this hair in this section. I just want you to show me that you know how to put your rollers in different placements. So that was on, we over directed, half off, we pulled out this way. For off base, I'm going to under direct it, so it's actually going to be under the base a little bit. So I'm going to be taking this section, rolling it all the way up, and then if you look at the placement, the roller is off the base. So I've done red on this side, I've done turquoise on this side, I have on, half off, on, half off. Then what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to do this top section. Make sure you measure the sections correctly. Now for this top, this panel is actually facing the ceiling. So your sections you're going to be pulling out a little different. I'm going to measure. I'm going to take my section. Now if I want this very first roller to be on base, I have to over direct this. I have to over direct the section. Make sure your hair is nice and clean at the base. Comb the hair out nice. Put the hair around the roller. Use tension when you're rolling this down. The hair will stretch over 50% when it's wet, only 20% when it's dry. Make sure you roll it nice and tight and stretch the hair. That's on base. Now, I'm going to measure. If I want this half off base, I have to hold the hair straight up from the base. I'm not pulling it over directed. I'm not under directing. I'm pulling it straight up from the base. When I pull it straight up from the base and I take the ends and I roll it down, it should land half off the base. And then for the next and last section, under directed because I want to show that I know how to put a roller off base. So you got 3 different colors, you got 3 different placements. And we would like you to see this. And we're going to put this under the dryer.